Hey gang, welcome to Coffee Break TV. If you're new, please comment, like, and subscribe. We love to hear from you down below in the comment section. So let's see what's new.
Don't ever trust nobody at your job. Some people at your job is not your friend. Y'all just coworkers. You got to keep it at that type of relationship, because people be trying to get information on you. They trying to find out your life, and a lot of them people, they be jealous. Like, definitely if you got something going on outside of work and work is all they got going, they be hating on you about that. So don't tell them about anything good that's happening in your life, that you finna hit the lotto, that you finna find another job, that you finna, better yourself. You finna start doing another career or going to school for this. Cause boy, they gonna sabotage you. They gonna sabotage you. Some people, they be mad because they ain't got the thrive or the fight to be able to try to do something better in their life. And they know that this the end goal for them. So when you go to talk about positive stuff that's going, get you to the next level, get you up out of this job, they don't like that. Sometimes they want to get you up out of the job before you even get to that goal. Cause they like, yeah, now what you gonna do now? Now you stranded. And the main ones to watch out for is the ones that was a regular employee like you, and then they get promoted. They change. They change. Really, they was already changed, because them be the brown noses. They be the ones that be kissing ass. They be just kissing ass. And then once they get promoted and they get that little power, boy, they be trying to take advantage of it. They be trying to take advantage of it. The whole time, they'll be trying to act like they cool with you, but behind your back, they throwing salt all on your name, trying to get you fired, trying to get you rolled up and all that there. So be careful. Just come in here, make your money, take your ass home. These people is not your friends. They not your friends. Like I say, a lot of them, they be jealous of you. Definitely if you got something else going on outside of the job. Some people, this is their whole life. That's why you will have the people that been at the job 20, 30 years, and they just be stuck in their ways.
Micromanagement in the workplace is harassment. I repeat, it's harassment. If you are being micromanaged by your manager, you are being harassed, and that is a form of abuse. To check in on a well bodied adult who knows how to do their job every hour to see what they're doing, constantly scanning the quality of their work and criticizing them, not constructively criticizing them, but criticizing them in a condescending way, monitoring everything they do. Like, I had a boss once who I would submit things to another department, and she would stop my submission. She had a way to intercept the system, stop my submission, and she would review the whole thing and micro analyze it. And I mean, she would pick the most minuscule things to criticize me about, because she really couldn't find that much, because I was exceeding expectations of my job. So if you're being micromanaged and you're exceeding the expectations of your job or meeting the standards that are required, it's bullying and harassment.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Just because your job pays you good money, that doesn't mean it's a good job. That does not mean that you have a good job because they pay well. Some jobs can still be disrespectful. They can put you through a lot of stress, especially mentally, physically. Just because a job pay you good does not mean that it's a good job. And I think a lot of people get confused. I mean, you got people that went to school for 4 years now, and they still not happy with what they doing. They still not satisfied. Yeah, they make a good living, but they still not where they want to be. Now we all know that money isn't everything, but at the same time, it's definitely not everything when it comes to work. It's definitely not everything when it comes to your stress, like your peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, I see people go to school. You got lawyers, you got people that went to school who don't even enjoy what they doing. Yeah, they make a good living, but at the same time, they still stressed out. They still depressed. It's like the stuff that they able to afford, it don't even impress them or even make them happy anymore. Like I said, a lot of times your job could be the one that's holding you back from what you really want to do. Your job could be the one that's stopping you from your highest potential, because you might got skills that you can do better in other fields or different areas in life, that your job is holding you back from achieving those things. So, hey, sometimes, like, when it comes to job stuff, if you're not happy or you stressed, look for another job or look for something else that you want to do that's make you happy, that make you feel like you're important. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta look out there and you'll find it. It's there.
Why does it seem like co-workers always trying to put everybody down? They always trying to create some sort of drama that's not even really there. They always got something to say. Anytime there's an actual solution, cream rises to the top. Don't let no Debbie Downer come and try to influence you and try to get you to kind of befriend them and start gossiping and start comparing yourself to others. And why you doing why you going this hard? Why are you trying to achieve these great heights and nobody else is trying to do that? Everybody else is trying to slack off. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about the naysayers. Never get discouraged while you at a job. Never worry about job gossip. Separate yourself from these coworkers, because look, I have been there. I have been in situations where every 5 seconds a coworker, hey, they're gonna pull you to the side and have some drama to talk about. You heard what so-and-so did. Why so-and-so always come late? Why so-and-so always leave early? Why they feel like they above the group? Don't worry about it. We got to do a better job of worrying about ourselves. Stop worrying about everybody else. Don't worry about why so-and-so can take a longer lunch. Who cares? You come in to work and you get paid for a job. You get paid for a reason. You go into work, do your job, and go home. It's just that simple, and get paid every 2 weeks. Don't worry about all that office drama, all that office gossip, because it can discourage you and it can kind of hinder your growth and your overall career development, because that's what it's about. Developing your career, developing your public speaking skills, developing your on-the-job skills. Don't let coworkers influence you and bring you down, because they are Debbie Downers and they are very negative. And especially older people. Older people can be so negative and toxic. Get away from them ASAP. I'm telling you, they will bring you down and stunt your growth. Trust me.
Hey gang, here we go again. Workplace toxicity. I mean, what is it? You come to work, you come to try to get your check, your 9 to 5, but you have to deal with the coworkers. If it ain't the coworkers, you're dealing with the bosses and the managers, or that person who's on their high horse thinking that they won something with the title manager. When you do your work efficiently, they give you more work. When you're doing too little, they're complaining. What is it with the toxicity at these jobs? All we're doing is trying to come, collect our check, do the job that we're hired for, what is on our duties list, but that's just not enough. It's very hard to keep your peace, but you have to know and take time to just have some self-care, relaxation, outside of the job, have a hobby, something that you can relax, look forward to, not even just the weekends. You have to do this sometimes on a daily basis, because a toxic workplace just wears on your soul. It wears on you. It wears on you a lot. But just make sure you take some heed to the insight provided in these TikTok rants that all coworkers are not your friend. Your manager is not looking out for the best for you, but for themselves. And just know that you're not the only one. List below some of your toxic workplace, things that are happening to you. Have you ever experienced a toxic workplace? Are you still currently working at a toxic workplace? And even list what you do to relax from your job from day to day.
Listen, I want to talk about the work bullies, mainly in the healthcare field. Like, what's the problem? We all wiping ass. We all doing the same job, different times, different clients, but we're doing the same job duties. I'm not understanding, just because I'm the new girl on the block, why the fuck y'all think y'all can bully me? At 1A, tell the nurse, I'm not helping her do anything. Like, what, girl? I'm new. You ain't gonna help me? Why you don't want to help me? She didn't help me because I had the easier set. The nurse knew that the lady didn't like that set, but yet the nurse tried to set me up to stand up for myself, I guess, to get in an argument with the lady or what, but I didn't do that. I just told her, call the nurse, because I ain't got time for this. I can go back home. Can y'all help me? And also the little tag-alongs. Nobody don't want to stand up and speak for other people. I'm not understanding. Y'all just tag along. I guess because y'all all been there longer and you don't want to fall out with that person. I don't know. It happened numerous of times. Not 1, 2, 3, 4. Numerous of times. And you know how they say new level, new devil? It's to the point where I already see it. I know what spirit they operating in. I already see it. So it's to the point where I just leave a job now. I'm not even finna go through that. I'm not understanding this shit. Like, what's the problem?
Now, I'm only going to say this to you once. Don't let your job consume your entire life. What I mean by that is if you get your ass up and you get in the shower and you get ready for work and you come home, you make dinner, and then you take your ass right to sleep, your job is consuming your life. That is what you are doing throughout the week. You don't have no time for nothing else. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because if something were to happen to you tomorrow, the only thing that company is going to do is send a flower arrangement to your goddamn funeral. And then they're going to make a post to get you replaced. They might even send out an email to let everybody know what happened to you, but that's it. I remember I made a company $600,000. $600,000 in 9 months. And I told this story a minute ago, but a girl, the only other black girl, got intimidated by me and started talking about me to people I didn't know. And it got back to me at our company retreat. And I had only been at the company for like 8 months. And they told me, well, she ain't going nowhere, so I don't know what you want me to do about it. Another company. I'm talking about, I came in August. They was behind to another office that was in New York. And by the time it became December, not only did I shatter the fucking record that had never been shattered, but I made him 1.2 million in one day. And do you know this man had the nerve to call me and say, Taja, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to let you go. Not because you're in the wrong, because I actually think that you're completely correct about this situation, but because I don't know what else to do. And I told this man, so you mean to tell me that I'm not the issue, but you're going to fire me without giving these people no diversity training? Because I was the only black person there. Not giving these people no diversity training, not giving them any training on how to have difficult conversations, like nothing. And he said, oh my God, that's such a great idea. Why don't you come in tomorrow and we talk about it? I said, hell fucking no. You own this bitch. Why would I have to tell you that? Now I don't trust you because your solution to an issue that is not my issue is I'm just going to have to get rid of you because I don't know what else to do. They don't care about you. So what I do now, I get up about 6:30 in the morning. Sometimes it's earlier. Whenever my body just wakes me up the first time, I just get up. So I get up about 6:30 in the morning and I usually go to the gym. I usually come home and meditate. I might journal a little bit. Hell, I might even do some TikTok content. Then I take my ass to work, and when I come home, I read a fucking book. I watch a fucking TV show. I go outside and sit in the sun, or I go to the park. Do not let your whole life be about work, especially if you're miserable, because they do not care about you.
You're not really a job hopper if you're leaving these jobs every time your peace is disturbed. You're just a normal person like everybody else that doesn't like when your peace is disturbed. Why would you want to stay somewhere? There's negative vibes, there's bad energy, you're being micromanaged, and, there's gossiping going on. People are talking about each other, beefing with each other. That's not good for you. That's not good for your mental health. That's not good for your peace. It doesn't make you a job hopper because you're leaving, this job, because something's going on at your, nah. If you know for a fact you're not supposed to be somewhere, go, leave. Simple as that.
My tip of the day on how to deal with a toxic workplace. First thing you should do, document everything you can. Reach out to HR, make your complaint known in writing about what's going on. Outside of what you do in the workplace, contact a qualified attorney to discuss whether you might have a claim, and also do things at home to take care of yourself. Whatever self-care looks like for you, whether it's seeking help from a mental health professional, going to yoga, painting, whatever it is that you need to do to protect your own mental health and well-being, do it.
You don't owe your job your peace. You don't owe your boss your marriage. You don't owe any organization your mental health. You owe God your obedience. And that includes obedience to rest, to walk away when necessary, and to protect your purpose from the environment that wants to use it.
Put a finger down if this sounds familiar. 1, fear runs the place. No one speaks up, no one takes risks because every move feels like a trap. 2, chaos is constant, priorities change hourly, and every emergency is somehow your problem. Burnout? Practically a trophy. 3, leadership plays favorites, and they don't even try and hide it. Some folks float, others drown, regardless of performance. 4, accountability only flows one direction, downhill. You're blamed for decisions you weren't even part of. 5, gossip is the only form of communication strategy. Transparency's gone, and Slack DMs are doing all of the heavy lifting. 6, people keep quitting, and instead of asking why, it's just they weren't a fit, as if that explains anything. 7, overwork gets applause, boundaries get side-eyed. PTO, more like career sabotage. 8, micromanagement everywhere. No trust, no autonomy. You're just a glorified to-do list. 9, nobody's talking about growth anymore. Everyone's just trying to survive until Friday. 10, and the best one, your gut says it's toxic, but leadership tells you that's not our culture. Cute. If you're out of fingers, you are not crazy. You're in a toxic work environment. Don't let them convince you otherwise.
If you know somebody that is experiencing a difficult work environment and they're confiding in you and telling you about all the struggles that they're experiencing within their workplace, you need to actually advise them that, listen, you shouldn't be having to experience these negative experiences within your work environment. And if you are, you need to understand why it's happening, what is contributing to it, and what can you do about it. Your workplace should not be causing you illness. It should not be hurting you. This is a place where you go and work and you build one part of your life. You build your skill set, you build your career, and you do it as a part of your overall life. It is not your total life. So stop giving it that type of energy. Give it the energy that it gives you back. If it doesn't give you the right energy, don't give it good energy. But make sure that you cultivate the right energy so that you spend the right time with the right people that care about you. Don't give it to people that don't care.
So let's talk about 5 signs that a job is toxic. For the sake of this video, I'm going to talk about things to look out for before you get hired and also after you get hired. One of the first things you can do is to do what companies do to you. Get some references. If you know someone that's working for the company that you're interested in working with, feel free to reach out to them and ask them for like 5-10 minutes of their time to see how it is to work in that culture. For most people, they'd be more than happy to share any information. Just make sure when you ask these questions, don't be negative or don't ask questions like, so is it a lot of drama in that workplace culture? You don't have to do that. Better yet, ask, how was your experience working at the company? Have you grown within the company over the last 5 years? Have you seen any growth opportunities in the company? If you ask questions like this, I guarantee you they're going to give you the 411 on what's going on. Because if there are not growth opportunities in the company, they're going to say, there's not a ton of growth opportunities, but, it is what it is. Number 2, what you can do is go on research sites like Glassdoor.com and listen to employee reviews, former employee reviews. The only thing I say about this is listen to the reviews with all transparency. Some people are just negative and they want the company to have a bad name. There's other people who have truly been affected by the company. So make sure when you are reading these reviews, you are really being transparent and you're looking at it from a very transparent lens. Number 3, what is the company's reputation to the community? And I'm gonna give you a great example on this one. There are some banks that I would never work with because they are not customer centric and they have poor customer service. So if I'm a customer and getting treated with disrespect, why in the world wouldn't I think that if I worked for that company, they wouldn't treat me with disrespect? That's a huge red flag. Number 4, if you go to a job interview and the HR manager is talking bad about the company, you better not take that job. I know people who have went to companies for interviews and the hiring manager themselves was talking bad about the company and being negative. If that's the case, you better run away from that company. And number 5, don't take a job for the sake of taking a job. Too many professionals make the mistake of taking a job just because they need the money, but they are totally out of alignment with their jobs. Their skill does not match. And if the company has a very easy point of entry to getting onto the company, that's a huge red flag that that company may be a crappy, toxic workplace environment that can't keep people. So be careful.